So welcome, Wizzy Wow.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining me. So we're going to dive in and be talking about Alexandros' new EP,
Yeah.
which is named Alexandros.
Yeah.
So let's explore the cultural aspect of working with Alexandros, because we all know that half of the album is basically half the EP is basically in Greek. So
Yeah.
in what ways do you think Alex's connection to his Greek heritage influences his work?
I don't know. It's just a lifestyle. It's just it's who he is, isn't it? He's just explaining who he is on the track, and I don't know. I guess like he has stuck with what he's learned through his upbringing, and like he's true to that, and that's who he is as a person, and he's like been researching, and he knows who he is. So like I feel like naturally that just spills over to the music. So yeah.
So is it quite like a new style that you've worked with in terms of the fact that he's got the Greek and the American and English hip hop variations in there? Is it quite a new thing for you to work with that?
Yeah, it definitely is something new. I've never done anything like that before. It's refreshing. It's nice to work with something different.
And like, what's attractive about his style of music?
It's the fact that I don't understand what he's saying, but it's almost like I feel what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's like the passion, the flow, the delivery, the character that he turns into. Like it's almost like I don't even need to know what you're saying. I can feel what you're saying, and I can kind of figure out what you're saying, and I can feel the passion. So for me, it's about how it feels, how he makes me feel when he, gets into the Greek side of him. So
you've worked with Alex for quite some time now. How important is it to have a consistent relationship with Alex and artists in general?
It's very important because like we spill our emotions on the songs, and I need to understand the emotion, the journey of the emotions. So it's very important that we connect before we get in the studio and work, so I can get an understanding on how I am going to produce this film. Because again, when he's doing a project, we approach it as a film. Like, what's this film going to be about? Like, we have to be as transparent as possible. So that means that we have to, connect and hang out and all that stuff. We do that naturally anyway. So, I feel like that's important. That it's very, very important.
And like, can you tell us a little bit about the creative process of you and Alex working together, especially on this EP?
He goes through something. He gives me a call. He's like, you know what, bro? Like, I'm going through this and I'm going through that. And then we go to the gym. We speak about it. And then somehow we arrange a studio time. And yeah, we just, again, have the conversation again. And I say, what's heavy on your mind? We speak about it. And then, yeah, we just get to it. So that's usually the process of it.
So the friendship and the brotherhood really helps.
Yes.
You kind of get to connect and understand each other.
Yes.
And then through that comes better music.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And having worked on a lot of the songs on this project, what are your thoughts on it and where Alexandros is now in his journey?
I really like it. I really like it. My favorite is the intro because for me, like, I feel like there's so much emotions in there. So it's like before we had a version, like we was happy with it, and then he just came back to me. He's like, look, it's years down the line. We are way better as musicians, and I feel like we can take it to a whole different level. And I feel like we spent pretty much the whole day recreating the instrumental. Even 2 days we spent.
Wow.
So it was a lot of emotions in there. So like day one, we was figuring it out. Day two, like we was just spilling out our feelings. Do you know what I mean? And again, we had a conversation and we was just touching base on everything. And I feel like with that, we literally just went all out and just gave it our all. And I was really proud of it. Do you know what I mean? And like I underestimated where we would take it to, because I thought it's already sick. I don't even know if I can take it any further. It was such a challenge for me, and I feel like I patted myself on the back, me and Grisel and the others that was involved with it. So like I was really proud of that. So my favorite is the intro track.
Amazing. Well, we all appreciate your work. You did such a good job.
Thank you.
Hope everyone takes the time to listen to it. And thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.